freedom. Numbers 14. So now the people of Israel, they're crying and they're sad. They're making anger statements because they don't like what's happening with them. They've heard the report. The report is there's giants over there. There's problems in the land, so they don't want to go. Now they talking about they want to go back to Egypt, and that's what a lot of us do. When things get rough, we go, well, I can always go back to what I was doing. It wasn't the best situation, but at least I knew what was expected of me in it. And what happens is God, a lot of times we say stuff to people, and I always say this, from your mouth to God's ear, you not even saying it. You think you're saying what you're saying at that person, but you're really saying it to God. That person is just a tool of the Lord. Moses was just a tool of the Lord. And then what happened is Joshua and Caleb, they agreed with God that we can be done. And as the people wanted to stone them, God showed up. See, God will show up in the midst of your situation when you keep saying, I'm believing God in my situation. God will show up because you're believing in him and not in your own self. When you believe in your own self, you end up having to get your own self out of situations. I'm not saying you're not going to put in the work and the time, but there's a difference in putting in the work and the time because you did it. It's a different in putting in the work and the time because God has given it to you. God wanted to destroy them, the people, because of what they said and make a new nation. He told Moses, I can make a new nation. I don't have to deal with these people. But Moses fell before God and said, you don't want to do that because what are they going to say what kind of God you are, that you took them out of Egypt, then you killed them somewhere else. They could have stayed in Egypt. So because Moses knew how to talk to God about his word, about what he said he would do, God said, okay, I won't do that. But what I am going to do is this. I am not going to take these older people into the new kingdom, into the new promised land. I'm going to take their children, Caleb and Joshua, because they believed and they are children. You believe I would kill your children, so I'm going to make sure that your children make it, but I'm not going to deal with you guys. So then what happens is that's when the 40 years come in. 40 years in the wilderness, that's to kill off a generation. And then the 12 that went over there, 2 agreed that God could make it, and 10 didn't. They got plagued. They had a plague put on them immediately, and they died. So the thing about this is some still decided to go into the land, even though God said you're not going. They decided to go into the land. That's what we do a lot of times. We decide, well, God ain't going. I'm gonna do what I want to do. You ain't nothing gonna force me. And it came out to nothing. The people of the land forced them back into the wilderness. It didn't do anything but waste their time and energy, because it's not going to turn out any other way other than what God says. And what I want to encourage us to do is don't let your emotions and your thoughts and worries cause you to not believe God or to make it into your promise or to do the things you have to do. Again, issues and new beginnings will have struggles, but issues will end up in you doing struggles in your issues because you want to make it yours, and it's really not right. You're just trying to right the issue. It's not going to come out right. But a new beginning, it will have struggles. But you know what? In the end of it, you will be blessed and victorious. Well, that's my time. Stay free.